Hello, I'm Debbie and welcome to Divine Destiny with Debbie. Today we're doing the long readings for Libra season. So look at this as more of the chapters, where the short readings are more of the pages. Now, we're doing Libra season, and that will be whatever your sign is in Libra season. I would also suggest that you look up your your rising, ascending, your Venus, your moon, and, take a look at those to see how they may be affecting you also. But this will be a long reading, and so I will be using a bunch of cards. Now, I use my, three of these decks will be Radley Valentine. Here is my Angel Tarot cards, which I will use for the main reading. I will then go to John Holland Psychic Tarot and Oracle cards to kind of get clarification. I then go to my Osha Zen Tarot cards for some extra words of advice. We circle back to Radley Valentine Archangel Power Tarot cards. I'll do 3 also with those. Guardian Angel Tarot cards, will pull 1. And then I will finish up with my Emily Anderson Crystal deck. Now, I have prayed, meditated, and infused all the decks with Reiki energy, but remember, this is a general reading. It may or may not resonate. Take what you like, leave the rest. All right, now I'm an intuitive channeler. That means that I open myself to higher power, and I ask just basically whatever you need to hear, let that come through. And hopefully it does resonate with you. Any cards that are reversed have stronger energies. Also, to make sure that you write down the numbers. Numbers are very important, and there's ways to look that up on the internet. You can put it in a search browser, the numbers. You can put angel numbers behind it. There's just ways to look those things up. Also, too, when I mention higher power, that's whoever that is to you. That could be your guardian angel, your spirit guides, your voice of the universe, your divine, your source, whoever that is to you. Okay? Okay. So, first, before we start, again, let me go through my little listing. And there's a lot of stuff going on right now in Libra season. Now, I'm going to be reading this. And, and I also will post this on my blog with, just with this and with the websites too. And then I will put a link to YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, and Twitter. Okay. So we enter Libra season with 3 planets going direct. Mercury, which is in Libra right now. Remember, the shadow of retrograde has begun on the 13th. Also, Venus, which is in Scorpio, and Mars, which is in Libra. Now, we are in Libra season. Libra season is about justice and balance. Remember that, with Mars and Libra don't necessarily go along quite well. So Mars could be pushing Libra outside of Libra's boundaries. Libra could be, be talking Mars' ears off and kind of saying, no, you have to balance things more and more. Libra season is about restoring and finding balance and justice. But there's a lot of air energy again throughout Libra season. We finished up a Virgo season. Libra had a really strong mark there. The air energy was very, very strong. Now we have 5 planets retrograde. We have Jupiter in Aquarius. However, it goes direct October 18th at 1:30 a.m. All the times are Eastern Standard Time. We have Saturn in Aquarius, which is again going direct October 10th at 10:17. Neptune, which is in Pisces, that will be going direct. That will be retrograde. Pluto in Capricorn goes direct on October 7th, 2029 p.m. And Uranus in Taurus will stay retro. Now, Mercury in Libra, we talked about, that we were in the shadow of the retrograde because it's usually 2 weeks before, 2 weeks after. It does go retrograde September 27th at 1:10 a.m. It is in Libra. It will stay retrograde until October 18th at 11:17 a.m. when it goes back direct. Now, there is some things going on, Pluto, which is in Capricorn. There's something a little bit odd going on with that. I need to do some more research. But Pluto is a very slow moving planet. Pluto has a lot of, tear down to build up type of energy. Now, in the early springs, or that would be in the northern hemisphere, or actually would still be in the winter time, February 19th, 2022. I read somewhere, and again, I need to look this up more so, but I think we need to be aware of it, that this will be in, let me see if I can phrase this correctly. This will be in the place that it was for the United States back in 1775. So now, if you know anything about America's history, the United States history, you'll know we were going into, or we were getting ready for what was called, or what is called, the Revolutionary War. So that in itself, I want you to just be kind of aware of that. I know this has nothing to do with Libra season, but as I do my research, this popped up, and I think we need to know about it. All right, now, we're going to kind of go quickly through Libra season just because I'm going to reference you to another website, and again, it'll be, I'll put that in my blog. But let's go through the dates. September 22nd, the sun enters Libra, which is an air sign, at 3:21 p.m. Again, all of these are Eastern Standard Time. Now, the autumn equinox starts also at 3:22. That's if you're in the northern hemisphere. If you're in the southern hemisphere, it would be your spring equinox. This is where day and night, light and dark, balance each other. So it's supposed to be where there's a certain point where there will be 12 hours of light and 12 hours of darkness. It also is a time, because we will be going into what is, towards the end, and this is in Scorpio season. We'll go into All Hallows Eve, Halloween. This is where we're entering a time where the veil, at least, the veil is getting thinner and thinner, and that is between what I call the supernatural and the natural, or the physical and the metaphysical. Now, let's go ahead, put these out here, and let's pull a couple of cards to see what we need to know about Libra season. And this is my Rider Tarot cards. These are the traditional tarot cards. So let's see what we have as an overview. Okay, now, this is a 15, so now we know that there's 5 energy here. 5 energy has a lot of change energy here. This is traditionally the devil, because it says the devil. The thing that I want you to remember is this is, a lot of times, this is either running away from your fears or facing your fears. Okay, so Libra season could be one of those times that you either confront your fears or you just don't, you have your head buried in the sand. So take a look at this, so here we have the devil, very scary, very ominous. The star is off-centered, or the pentagram is off-centered, so that does bring kind of an evil energy to this. And, basically not necessarily a nice type of energy. But then you have the two, the male, the female. And with that is that they are in chains. They are bound. The thing, though, if you ever look at it, is the chains are loose. So they can slip their chains if they choose to. But again, these are choices. So again, this has a lot of confronting your fears, also possibly just not dealing with your fears, running away type of energy. When I get this, when I see this, this is, to me, a lot of things are going to happen where you're going to have to confront some unpleasant information, unpleasant choices, and just unpleasantness. But you have to confront it, otherwise you will let fear rule you. And remember what I'm always saying. I am always saying this, and again, this is a good saying, so take this for however your spirituality leads you. Fear is the tool of the devil. Okay? That's how the devil keeps the people entrapped. So this is, again, choices, and Libra season has a lot of weird stuff going on that will be, bringing things to the head. Okay, let's go on to our next card. Now, this one is reversed, and here we go. This is a major arcana. This is also a major arcana, and this is a number 1. 1 is, new beginnings, new starts. This is the Magician, and if you notice, they have the same hand gestures in many ways. How and this is basically as above, as below type of energy here. But this one, while this one is a little bit more, not quite as, committed, this one is very strong energy here. This one is saying things can happen. But again, it's within it's what you can actually manifest. Now, let's go on here. And this is wonderful. So now we have a 1-5, we have a 1, and now we have a 10. This is the 10 of Cups. Cups is water energy. Water energy is Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. We just, we're about to enter into Scorpio season after Libra. We just had that, right now Venus is in Scorpio, and we just had, when this reading is beginning, we will have just, and I mean just, because I think the full moon in Pisces is the 20th or the 21st of September. So we will still have that Pisces energy. Now, the 10 of Cups is happiness, is very much, happy home, happy feelings, just things happening for the better. Okay, so, but again, it all comes back to, do you face your fears or do you let your fears rule you? All right, so now that's what we have for the 22nd, and that's when Libra energy begins, Libra season. Now we go to the 23rd, that's September, and Venus in Scorpio. Okay, now that's an interesting, there's a lot of intensity with Venus in Scorpio right now with relationships. However, they are opposing, so that energy opposes Uranus in Taurus, and that'll be about 5:40 a.m. the morning of. And, Uranus and Taurus is always about, expect the unexpected, especially, that's more with Uranus, but Taurus is in your reality. So expect the unexpected in your reality. So there could be some very interesting relationships that, there could be those, those truths that you thought were true and now you find out the real truth. There's going to be something with your relationship at that time. Now, we're going to go then to, and this is where I just said, this is weird relationship energies. And this is going to start around the 29th and 30th of September. Because there's major energies going on with Libra, Saturn, Scorpio, Neptune, and Jupiter. And then even in October 2nd, Venus, Scorpio with Pluto. And Pluto again has that destruction, or has, things have to end in order for them to begin energy. So there's going to be some weird relationships around that end of the month, end of September, beginning of October. And I'm going to pull 2 cards for that, because relationships, it takes 2 to tango. Let's see what we have here. And we're going to just do the 2 cards, 1 and 2. The Lovers. So yes, all about the relationships. And the relationships can be work, job, career, personal, intimate, interpersonal, family, or home. I'm going to kind of say, that this is going to be more, I don't like doing this. This is going to be more the intimate, romantic, or personal. So let's go to this next card. Justice. Justice within the relationship. Now remember, Libra is all about justice and balance. So, now, if you notice, I also have these little, like Y's and N's. And basically, if somebody asks me a yes-no question, I pull this card. Well, the answer is pretty much a no. This one would be a yes. So here we have a maybe, but here we have a yes. So we have 6. 6 is the number of man. It's what you put into the relationships. So if you're putting garbage in, you get garbage out. If you're unfaithful, don't expect the relationship to or if one of the parties is unfaithful and, and it's known, well, even if it's not known, don't expect it to last. Justice will occur. If it's a very true and, and very faithful, justice then says yes. Now, This is again, so this is a 6 and this is an 11. Again, we have that 1-1 energy going back to that. 1 plus 1 equals 2. 2 is choices, decisions, relationships also. Okay, so now we have that going on, and that's going to be the weird relationship energies. Now, I'm going to reference this. It's the www.the-astrologer.net. I've referenced them a couple of times, and I like to, when I do this, when I'm doing what I'm feeling needs to be looked at, this is one of the websites that I do go to. And this one will talk about how, so this is major energies from the 6th of October going forward. Now, we have October 6th is the new moon, and it will be in Libra, and that comes about 7:05 a.m. Okay, so now we've got some cards that just wanted to come out. Let's see what we have with this major energy. Now, the other thing that I want you to know is that 6 planets from October 6th onward, there will be 6 planets in what is called the masculine air signs. So I'm going to put out, whenever it's the air signs, because that is Aquarius, that's Libra, which is really, really heavy. It's also Gemini. I really didn't see any Gemini this time around, but this is where you need to speak it out. Keep your thoughts, your words positive, and speak it out. The new moon is a time of a new cycle. And remember, new moon to full moon is when you request. Full moon is your release, relinquish, and request. Full moon to new moon is when it gets smaller, so that is your waning moon, and that's when you get rid of things. Okay, so let's see what we have for this, this major energies from the 6th on. Okay, so here we have the Page of Cups. Again, this is reversed. Cups, again, we have discussed that. Now, the underlying energy of Cups, however, is our earth energy. That is our Virgo, our Capricorn. It is also our Taurus energy. Very solid, tangible, money, job, career, home type of energy. And we also have Pluto in Capricorn. So expect, and then that thing that we just came through with Uranus, even though that was back on the 23rd, expect some weird stuff going on with that too. So this is kind of a quizzical type of energy. This is kind of a, pages to me are optimistic. They're looking forward to whatever they have to look forward to. And this has kind of a questioning vibe to me at this time. It doesn't mean that that things aren't going to go forward in a positive way. In fact, the page believes everything will be positive but the page is also looking at things that, there's a fish in his cup. And the page is also looking at it as, what is this all about? So I feel like the page is going to be questioning. The Page of Cups will be questioning a lot of things that's going on in the world, in their world, and, and making some reevaluations. Now, we have these cards that wanted to come out, so let's take them one at a time. The Queen of Pentacles. Now, the Pentacles is that earth energy again. Queen's underlying energy is water, cups. So you have kind of the reverse on this. So this one, where the water energy was fluid and emotional, this one, yes, fluid and emotional, but this is a woman of substance. This is a woman that goes after what she needs, but in that physical sense. Okay, it's not the Queen of the Queen of Rods or Wands, or the Queen of Swords, but she goes after the protection of her family. She goes after making things right for the ones that are entrusted to her. But she is also a woman of substance. So the new moon is also telling you, so be quizzical, be questioning, but at the same time, go after what it is you want. Make those wishes. Put them out there. Let's see, next card. So now we have another yes, no card, a maybe. This one has a lot of judgment energy. So what would that have been about? That would have been about October 6th. This is 20, which is 2 tens, and we talked about what 10s are. We've talked about what 2s are, judgment time type of energy here. So we've got some strong stuff happening in Libra. Now with judgment, there is also a new start, a new beginning, a new kind of like, and remember when I talk about Mercury retrograde, which have we gotten to there? Yes, yeah, we got to Mercury retrograde already. Mercury retrograde is a time of great karmic balancing happening. So if you've been putting out good karma, things will come back in the betterment. If so just really watch your words, your thoughts type of energy, and how you're feeling towards people. We don't want to have negative karma, because then it means that we've met everything and we can just go on and leave. But this is judgment. This is, being weighed, in some is where you weigh the heart against the feather, type of energy here. So we got some interesting stuff going on right now. Now, your last card here. Okay, and this is again that 10 energy. And this is 10 of Swords. Swords is Libra energy, Aquarius. It is also Gemini energy, thought processes, hearing news, words, strategic planning. It's done. Everything is done. So whatever it is that you've been being judged on, whatever this is all about, it's done. This is an ending to a phase, to a season, to it's just an ending. And then with that ending, you can see this person is done. No more. It's not you. It's not you. Okay. It's more or less like, this is a little overkill in some ways, but it's like, it's done. Let's move on. Okay. Let's go on now, and we will move on. So I told you that we have 6 planets in masculine air signs. Okay. Then we have a return of fire energy. So October 7th, Venus transitions into Sagittarius. Sagittarius is adventurous. So this might be, after all of the intensity of of Scorpio and all that we've talked about, Venus now goes into adventurous Sagittarius to try new things, to just kind of breathe again. Remember, fire energy is our wands, our rods, also fire. And that is our Sagittarius. It is our Aries. It is also our Leo energy. Passionate, burning, determined. So things will be happening. Let's just pull one card for October 7th to see what does it mean when Venus goes into Sagittarius. Let's go on here. So we have covered all of the energies. We've covered air, water, earth, and fire. So I won't be doing that in the longer readings. Let's see what we have. Okay, now this is again reversed. This is a 12, a 1, and a 2, or a 10 plus a 2. Interesting. This would give us a no, but this is the Hangman. And the Hangman, you can see he's also a holy man. You can see by the halo. So this is a Hangman. This is look at things from a different perspective. Look at your relationship from a different perspective. That's an interesting one for me, at least. I feel that I think that we all need to be a little bit receptive. We need to compromise maybe a little bit more. It's also possibly looking at the other person's point of view. It doesn't mean you have to agree with it, but it does go with possibly it's a good thing to listen to it at least. Now, I'm going to just jump ahead to October 20th. We will then have some more fire energy, and that is when we have the full moon in Aries at 10:56 a.m. And again, so now we have that balance where we have we haven't really had a lot of water. No, we have had water energy. We've had our earth energy. We've had air energy. And now we come back to our fire energy. So now Libra is coming back into that balance. Let's see what else we have. We're going to do 2 cards here and see for that full moon. The full moon, the Hierophant. Now, the Hierophant is the tradition, the traditionalist. This would be a lot of times with your government, with your church, but basically it's just following the rules. But again, we have a 5. 5 is all about change. So there could be some changes in our spiritual belief. There could be some changes where we either embrace the traditional or we say, maybe this is a little bit too much for us, and we need to step away from that. So that would be more around that full moon in Aries. And then our last card here, This is the Queen of Wands, and this is what I was mentioning before when we have the Queen of Pentacles. Wands, again, is our fire energy. This is embrace the full moon. Embrace the wondrous of it. You know, remember, passionate, burning, determined, fly high, fly high. There's a renewed optimism. Again, this could be the thing stable a little bit more in your natural world, or it could be that, you know, that the world opens up and as you break away from the traditional. And the Queen of Wands is just basically saying fly high. Okay, now we come then to the 23rd of October, and this is just right barely in the 23rd. Again, the times are Eastern, so some of this could be, you know, still on the 22nd, or it could be on, you know, it could be 23rd. I don't know. But this is at 51 minutes after midnight. The Libra season ends and Scorpio season begins. And this one is 4. 4 has stability. This is the 4 of Swords. Basically, rest, take a time off, breathe a little bit, let things chill out a little bit. While we have these that are hanging on the wall, the swords hanging on the wall, we have one that's hidden. So there's still hidden secrets to come, hidden things to happen. And at the same time, even though this looks like some, you know, we go back to something's ended, this is, you know, I don't know, is he on top of a coffin? Is he on top of a, you know, is he one of those statuettes type of thing? I'm not sure. It just, basically, I'm getting the just rest, take it easy. You've got hidden information, and Scorpio is, is about uncovering a lot of hidden information. So, wow. So again, too, there's a lot of things going on in Libra season, and there was even more. But I was like, no, we can't just go down that route. But as we do our small readings, our short readings, as I do them, I will try to get a little more information and put them in the introduction. Okay? Okay. Let's take a deep breath. A lot seems to be happening, and let's go on and start our long readings. Hello, my Virgos, and welcome to Libra season. It just seems like yesterday that we were having Virgo season. So let's see now. We still have that Pisces full moon energy as we enter in, so there is going to be a lot of interesting stuff going on. So let's see how this is going to affect you. Okay, well, this is good. One more, that's it. Okay, here we are. Our cards, 1, 2, and 3. 3 cards. The first and the third are reversed for my Virgos. And remember too, as the veil gets thinner between supernatural and natural, your spiritual energy will be a little bit more sensitive, and you will probably be, and especially with Mercury retrograde, probably kind of seeing and feeling things that you might not feel comfortable with. Okay, it's okay. It's okay. First card reversed, the Sun. So now we have a 1-9. 1, new beginnings. It could be a 10, transition. 9 says that you have everything you need for whatever the project is that you have worked on. Now you can add the 1 plus 9 together. It becomes a 10, which then comes a 1 again. So this has a lot of this wonderful new energy that this, Libra energy, because there was a lot of Libra energy in your sign, so I kind of think that you felt that balancing. It was, Libra was trying to take over a little bit, but now that you're giving it totally to Libra, this is where the balance comes for you. This is where things start to settle into where it needs to be for you also. This is Archangel Uriel, the Sun, major arcana energy, major universal type of energy. This basically says, yes, this is a time. This is your time. This is the time for success. All right. So happy outcome, brilliant new ideas that lead to success. Have confidence in yourself. Next card is the 5 of Water. Now, 5s have change energy. Fives also is grace. Now, five change energy could be positive, could be negative, could be neutral, but grace is kind of like there's something supernatural watching out over you anyway. Even if it feels a little overwhelming either way, there's still things happening that this is what you needed to go through or where you needed to go to. Water energy is our Scorpio, Pisces, and Cancer fluid, very emotional. This has that sense of kind of like, like just not feeling necessarily as in control of the situation as you would like to be. This is one of those times that basically let things flow, let things go. Don't try to control a situation that you have no control over. I think that's going to be one of the words of advice for you. If you don't have control over, let it flow. Don't try. It's kind of like herding cats. Okay? Herding, Herding, not hurting. Herding cats. It's something that it's like you can't do it. You can't do it. Anyway, the Five of Water is also the Five of Cups. Things not turning out the way you'd hope, not seeing the positive in a situation, crying over spilled milk. And kind of it's like, hey, you had no control over what somebody else did. Let that go. You had no control over their situation, what they decided. Let that go. Because remember, the sun is telling you that what you're supposed to be getting, you will be getting. Okay? This is more like, oh, has some regrets to it. This has like, oh, I wish I went down that pathway. I wish I went down. I wish I would have done this or that differently. No, you can't. No woulda, shoulda, couldas here. Anyway, next card here, the Knight of Fire. Now, it's interesting because this came up with Leo energy, and this is fire energy. Knight's underlying energy is fire. This is fire, so this is fire energy. So this Knight's directional. They go after what they want. So whatever, this is kind of like, like just pick yourself up, dust yourself off, start all over again, go after something that you want because the sun is shining on it. The sun is saying, I've got something better for you. What you wanted isn't, no, I've got something better for you, Virgo. Go after that one now. Stop wasting your time over here. Go after that. And the Knight of Fire is like, come on, let's get on the horse. Let's go. Let's go. Anyway, I know. You're my last reading, so I do get a little, actually, the last readings are usually the best ones. So anyway, passionate, adventurous, self-assured, restless. A sudden event that needs immediate attention. Time is of the essence. Think things through carefully. Okay, let's go on. John Holland, Psychic Tarot and Oracle cards to clarify. Here we go. Okay, one more time, I think. Yeah, the last are the best because my filters are very thin at this point. So it's kind of like you don't know what's going to come out of my mouth. Okay, here we are. Okay, 1, 2, and 3. All right, first card. Destiny. Okay, that's reversed. Destiny. Wheel of Fortune. I told you, the sun is saying, this is what you need. This is where you need to go. This is the Wheel of Fortune. 10 has that transition energy. That's right what we were talking about here. This is go with it. Stop fighting it. Stop thinking, but I wanted this. Now, go where you're supposed to go. Destiny. I like that. Wheel of Fortune. Major Arcana card. Next card. Okay, now this would be the Star. This is 17. This is the Star. This is hope. This is make a wish. This is there's so much waiting for you. Like I said, Libra season seems to be faring a little bit brighter for you, my Virgos, than even Virgo season. Virgo season wasn't bad, but this is like now stepping into your power, stepping into where you're supposed to be. Okay, so this is the light. This is hope. This is 17, 1 and a 7, so we can add them together. It becomes an 8, unlimited opportunity, 7, divine number, divine umbrella. So lots of strong energy with all of these numbers. Let's see what this last card is. Again, reversed. So here is a 4, 4 has stability, it has leadership, it has organization. Basically, you've been doing everything right, my Virgos. You've been building your firm foundation. You've been connecting with your higher power. You've been listening to the Spirit, the Great Spirit. You've been doing what you need to do. And now your foundation is ready. You know, you have to, when you're building a house, you have to have the foundation ready before you can build. So now it's time to build. Now it's time to build. Again, you have the 19. With that was Archangel Uriel. You have, again, 2 major arcanas there, so 3 total. Very strong stuff. This is probably more your season than your own season was. I know Libra was just trying to get in there, and you were just kind of like, hey, let me have my time. But Libra's like, no, we're going to have some more. But now that you're in Libra season, it's actually now you're in Libra season. You're the guest. So go for it. Let Libra season take care of you. Okay, here we go. What words of advice? Osha Zen Tarot for my Virgos. All right, 1, 2, and 3. Now, I never know if these are reversed or not, even though they are different. Here we go. Yep, these are all reversed. Here we go. This is understanding. This is knowing, this is actually coming to a place of peace, coming to a place of calmness, kind of feeling like you're things are finally, you're able to see the light, but not just the light. You're able to actually see things in that spiritual. You know, when it says understanding, it's like, I get it now. I get it. I'm not, you know, before I was feeling confused, before I was feeling anxious, I was feeling like I needed things. I get it. I get what it is. I get where I'm supposed to go, and I understand now that, you know, what it is I had to wait for, but I also had to learn to see what I had to see. Now, the interesting thing about this card is that this bird has been trapped. Didn't know that she was trapped, didn't know that he was trapped, but now has come to this space where seeing all the other birds flying. All this bird has to do now is just fly, Okay, next card, again reversed, and that takes courage. That takes courage. Oh my gosh, I love how the story is unfolding here. This is an 8, again, unlimited opportunities. So in order for you to step out, in order for you to fly, it is going to take some courage. It is going to take some, do I do this or don't I? You don't have to, but, you know, I don't know. I'm a Leo, so what's the fun in that? So take a chance. No, I know. You have to do what's right for you, my Virgos. Okay, last card here. Oh, just making these changes can be so stressful to you. This is a 7, Divine Umbrella. 7, you know, this is somebody, now it could also be that you have so many things on your plate that you can't, you know, you can't make the choice to fly right now. But usually just making that decision, I kind of feel like this stress, it's like, this is like, oh no, I know that I can get out of here. I know I can fly there. I know that I shouldn't be afraid. I know it's going to take courage, but it just makes my tummy hurt. It makes my tummy hurt to move on. That's okay. That's honest. That's honest. And you have to recognize that. Let's go on. Let's go on. You recognize it, and when it's time, believe me, when it's time, it will happen. I promise you that, because it does. When it's time, divine time. Because the sun is here to shine. Anyway, let's go on now. But I know just making changes for my Virgos does create a lot of stress. Here we go. One more time. Alrighty, my Archangel Power Tarot cards. Nothing is reversed on these cards. Here we are. 10 of Gabriel, so 10's transitional energy. Again, Gabriel is fire energy. You need to ask for help with what you're doing. This is very busy time for you. Even though things are moving in a good direction for you, it's still, you know, and part of that stress could be because you're just so darn old busy. But this is ask for help. Ask your angels, ask higher power. Ask whoever it is. Ask your partner in life. Ask your boss. Ask your coworker. It is okay to ask for help. I think that's your message. It's okay. You don't have to do it all, my Virgos. Alrighty. Ask your angels for helpful people to lighten your load. Working too many hours, trying too hard to please others. Man, not necessarily being all that happy about it either. Next card, divine guidance. And now we have a 5. Again, so this is Archangel Sandalphon. Sandalphon is believed to have been Elijah, the prophet, in the Old Testimony. Now this is Testament. This is actually the Hierophant. Now didn't we have the Hierophant in the beginning too, the introduction? I think we did. So this is kind of like a traditional versus a non-traditional. So this is not, you my Virgos do prefer more the traditional, but there's that dreamy part of you that likes to think outside the box and likes to think that you are more non-traditional than others think of you. All right, so this is all about the search for meaning in life. Consider an alternative approach. Surround yourself with wise teachers or friends. Here we go. Next card is peace. Now, both of these are very interesting energies because this is, they kind of have the same type of energy here with the arms and the... Now, peace is a 13. Peace in the traditional tarot is the death card, okay? But the death card is not something to be afraid of. The death card is something that something ends in order for something to begin. And the peace card, this is Archangel Azrael, they're basically saying, just let things happen. Something will end in order for something to start. Don't worry about it. Don't be stressful about it. Remember, you've got destiny energy here. You've got star energy here. You've got the Knight of Fire. You've got the Sun energy. You've got a lot of this bright type of energy all around you. It just is part of what has to happen. It doesn't mean someone's dying, though. It really doesn't. It doesn't at all. It just means that something has to end in order for you to move forward, in order for you to, again, I'm getting that destiny energy, the Wheel of Fortune energy. Okay, so the peace, 13, Archangel Azrael, release the past. There is a more enriching future coming. Let go and let God. Now, interesting. You've got some. Yours is very spiritual in many ways, my Virgos. We just have to but there's a lot of transitional energy for you in Libra season. So embrace it. Embrace it. Don't be afraid of it as much. Basically, it can be stressful. Yes, it is. What do we have here? Understanding, having courage, all of that. Yes. My babies. Okay. I give you hugs. We'll get through it. Okay, let's see now from my guardian angels what we have here. And, this card wants to stay, but this card too. I kind of feel like that card wanted to come out and play too. So let's see what we have. This one is reversed. 10 of abundance. So now we have that 10 energy, but abundance is your earth energy. And this is good stuff. This is the good stuff. Heaven has provided so many blessings. Your family members are bonded and working together. The children are provided for, and a comfortable retirement will one day come along. You've taught your family the grace that comes from knowing right from wrong, and you should be very proud. I love that. That's the 10 of earth, or the 10 of pentacles. And this one, the ace of action. So now that's a 1, and that is fire. Action is fire. This cherub is heralding a time of wonderful new opportunities related to your creativity, your career, or pursuing your dreams. This is a card of action, and if you've been procrastinating, it's time to really get busy. It's also a great time to start a new business. Have confidence in your abilities. And that goes all the way back to what we said about the sun. We've come full circle. So let's go on and see my Emily Anderson crystal deck. What crystal or energy would be helpful for my Virgos? Here we go. Okay. Okay, here we go. Clear quartz. I love clear quartz. Do you know that you can program clear quartz? Yes, you can. You can put your intentions in it, especially around the moon energies. Psychic abilities, enhanced intuition, mental clarity, magnified energy. Okay, so, and it's not an expensive crystal or stone to have, so it's a good one to have. Okay, my Virgos. Wow, what a week, what a season for you. It looks like there's so much opportunities out there, so many things happening. I hope you enjoy it, but again, it does take some courage, and I know, and that can be a little stressful. Anyway, what I want you to do though, my Virgos, is please go over here to the button. Please like, share, subscribe, click on the bell for notifications. Let's keep my channel going. But most importantly, always know, my Virgos, no matter what the world throws at us, always know that you are loved. Stay shining and be blessed. Bye-bye.